Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope from the 14th of January to the 20th of January. And this is for you coming from Gemini. I'm speaking a bit softly because I'm just recovering from a very bad sore throat. All right, let's start with Sunday the 14th, which starts brilliantly for you and is going to end very nicely as well. Make use of these 24 hours to get what you want. It's a lovely Sunday for you where you can call people and they'll come out with you and you can mix with others and you'll get all the benefits coming your way, whether looking for a romance, whether being out with the people you love, whether being out with your colleagues or business people. There's a reward waiting for you throughout the day. In the morning, afternoon, very fast planets, and you'll get plenty of action very quickly. Evening, nightfall, very slow planets, but they are also very steady. So you got the best of the mix. Go out and socialize and mix, and you will get very good results. Monday the 15th for you starts very nicely, and you get good news at your place of work. You can get good news in business, and you will be able to come up with brilliant ideas because your creative planets are full play for you. And if you're chasing for a romance, it's a morning, afternoon period, good time to make your move. There's a planet of aggression around. So take the soft approach, which means use words which are soft, use a tone of voice which is soft, use a body language which is soft. That way you will get plenty of benefit. Otherwise, these aggressive planets will tend to make you seem provocative, and that's not good. Evening and nightfall, these aggressive planet takes full charge. So if you're going to be out, make sure that you don't spark off anger very fast when somebody says something you don't like to hear or do something that you don't like to be seen doing. And so you will immediately retaliate and you will say things which others are going to then retaliate as well. And the aggressive planet will win by creating all these arguments and other forms of chaos. So take the soft approach in the whole day, especially in the evening nightfall period, and you'll get some good results as well. Tuesday the 16th starts very poorly for you. By the time you get up, you're getting dressed, and whoever you are with, there can be differences already. And when you drive, it's not going to be a very pleasant drive. You are for some reason very unhappy. And when you get to place of work, or if you have a business and you get to your business area, you are going to also be getting some bad news as well. So be prepared for this. And when you are prepared, you will have solutions already ready. You can imagine what kind of trouble can come. And then you can have solutions ready. So be of that kind of a person to be ready for trouble in your morning and afternoon period especially. Stay away from people who are secretive, who want to talk badly about management, or who want to somehow talk about business where there's an element of corruption. Don't want to do that on this Tuesday the 16th. If you do, you're going to be exposed as well in a matter of time. Your evening and nightfall period, they are planets of arrogance, and they don't help much. You already had a bad afternoon and evening period and morning period as well. And these planets want to go in there in the evening, nightfall too. So if you're out with whoever, tell yourself you cannot afford to show arrogance. You cannot afford to criticize people too quickly. And you have to make sure you don't create enemies, and drive slowly, don't drink too much. Wednesday the 17th starts very nicely for you. These planets are slow, so you're going to feel a little bit of frustration, and you're wishing that everything would happen faster on this Wednesday the 17th. But don't worry, these slow planets are also good for you because they are slow and steady. And if you have to you have to move at the pace that they move. If you try to overtake their pace, you'll be out in no man's land. Be careful. So move along, be patient, wait for things to develop, and they will develop, and you will see that they will develop, and you will be more than okay in the morning and afternoon period. During the evening and nightfall period, too many emotional planets are there. and that means too much water enters your horoscope. Your thinking is not very sound, and this emotional area of evening and nightfall period can make you very easily infatuated, can make you be very disappointed emotionally. Well, nothing wrong with emotional planets, except that try to include some logic, try to include some facts and figures in all of your discussions, and you will do much better. Thursday the 18th starts with very aggressive planets and is going to end very badly if you're not careful in the evening nightfall period. Firstly, let's talk of the morning afternoon period, where you seem to be angry, you seem to be easily wanting to lash out either physically or even or mainly verbally, and you will be a person who will tend to be provocative in whatever you say or do. Now all this is really boiling together of making your morning together and morning afternoon very bad. And if you allow your aggression to get out of you, you will only attract aggression, and that will turn to provocation. So why not get a hold of these planets by morning, afternoon? Be very polite, be very patient, be very appreciative, be very supportive, and you'll confuse these planets who would rather see you angry, rather see you use words which are very sarcastic or even worse. And this, if you can control it by being very calm, these planets will leave you alone. Evening nightfall period turns really bad. If you don't really have to be out, I suggest you don't. But if you have to be out, already planned, tell yourself that the aggressive planets are going to move in the evening nightfall period. And there are these planets who want to make sure that you are somehow having the bad luck that you do not deserve, but the bad luck will be waiting for you. So it can come from actions of others, it can come from your own actions, and that's the way it all starts, with making the evening nightfall even worse and worse. These evening nightfall planets are also there in the daytime, by the way, and they create little bits of problem that by the time the evening nightfall comes, these problems are huge. So be very careful how you behave. You cannot control other people's behavior or other people's horoscope. So you make sure you don't contribute to problems, and that way you will be staying clear of problems. Friday the 19th comes planets who are not good for you basically, because they make you again very arrogant. So you're not getting a very good week. These planets make you arrogant. They bring about differences between you and others. They make you a person who wants to show that you're better than others, and this kind of atmosphere is not good at your place of work or in business, and even with your family members. Try not to show an air of superiority. Don't show that anywhere in the morning, afternoon or early evening periods, because they will only lead to you getting nowhere basically. The worst will happen is nobody will want to help you in any way, and you will become isolated. Evening nightfall period remains very good, and so you will find many solutions you couldn't find on this Friday in the morning, afternoon. You will find the solutions in the evening nightfall period, and you will be able to then get things done in the evening nightfall period. And you will meet people unexpectedly who are quite good for you, whether to help you in job, help you in business, or whether they might just connect with you in a way of romance. And go out with your family people, mix business and pleasure. These planets of unexpectedness are very active in a positive way for you on this evening and nightfall period of Friday the 19th. We'll come to Saturday the 20th. It doesn't start too well. It somehow makes you very unsure of what you want to do, and so others also sense this. Why don't you just start the day in this way? Let others take charge. Let others make the decisions, whether at home, whether if you're at work, or whether if you're conducting business. And this way you will not be blamed for anything. You have planets who will make you so undecided that you will not know. Every half hour you will be making changes. And many of these planets are also emotionally driven. So there may be something of an emotional thing on your mind a lot as well. So let others take charge in the morning, afternoon period. Evening nightfall period is fantastically good. One of these evening nightfall periods is trying to get some good things done in the morning, afternoon as well. But evening nightfall you get very, very lucky. And mix business and pleasure. You can meet business people, you can meet people to help you in your job. You can just meet people to have a good time. Looking for a romance is the evening nightfall period that is so powerful that it can deliver you to get some good vibes with the people, with somebody you may want to have a romance with. So evening nightfall, really, really wonderful. Just dress your best, go out and meet people. You're going to somehow score some very high points. Well, that's your week for you. I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, and that will be to cover your next 5, 6 or 7 years in your life, in all areas of your life. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me an email, make contact with me. And that way, let's get down to getting your next 5, 6 or 7 years as best as possible. Until then, thank you and good luck.